I have no idea what I am.
But yeah, I do live in America, so who knows?
Yeah, I prefer Russian liquor though, so that's, you know, funny business.
I had the son of a Russian immigrant in college that taught me how to drink vodka. And you drink it straight. And as my daddy used to always say, why build a fire if you're just going to put it out?
Like that's a good phrase.
Excellent.
And get everybody on the map. And that's working. And that's working, so I can close that, free up some monitor space. And okay, yeah, welcome everyone to Fantasy Grounds Game Day this week. And we're gonna be playing a very short adventure for these beginner games because the main focus is more of getting players comfortable with Fantasy Grounds and learning the basics than it is, playing a full-sized one-shot. So we'll probably be finished in 2.5 hours or so. Um, Several new people with Fantasy Grounds. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. And more than happy to answer anything that I can. And before we truly get started, on the top of the chat window in the center are the safe gaming buttons. You have a red or white triangle and a red X. If you double click them, the triangle says, hey, the scene's getting uncomfortable. Consider everyone at the table. If you double click the X, it says the scene has gone too far, and at that point, we will stop the game and retcon a little bit for everyone's comfort. You double click those buttons, they are totally anonymous. Um, the first five buttons, the first one is going AFK, ready to play. I've got yes and no icons that pop up. And the one I like, which is the magnifying glass, hey, focus on the game, to cut out some of the chatter. Uh, when the first five buttons are not anonymous, but the safe gaming are. So if you feel uncomfortable, please click them and we'll roll back a little bit and take it from there.
So I have a
Okay.
question for you before we go
Yeah.
on, if I may. Did you have to program in those in there, or is that the Fantasy Grounds do that, and can game masters do that on their own?
There is. I modified Damned, who's on the forum, and also the creator of the more core rule set. Uh, this is one of the two safe gaming extensions that are out there, and I just modified it to add a few extra buttons for, usable buttons that my players use, and but it is the halt extension, and it does take just a little bit of programming knowledge to add in additional buttons, but it wouldn't take long if you have any kind of beginner coding and so forth. And there's always plenty of help on the forums.
So it's just an extension then.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah, because I wouldn't need the one stop. my players would be like, more offensive, please.
Uh,
Mine.
I have
Yeah, mine's
found that I use those halt buttons more than anyone. And it's not because I'm offended, it's because you're killing my NPCs, so
Right, right.
Yeah, the focus on the game, please, means like, shut up, player characters. Stop
Yep.
bullshitting. Let's get back to rolling some dice.
Right.
absolutely. And I've had a player or two say, hey, shut up and run the game, damn it.
But come on, it's role playing. We're all here for a little bullshitting.
Absolutely. But, in today's world, you got to accommodate everyone, and I don't mind running them because, I get more use out of the first 5 buttons than anything.
I have to say, my favorite extension is the dice jail. It
Uh,
allows you to ditch all of your dice, and you can just like, in a fit of rage, just throw all your dice in the combat tracker, and like it gets rid of all of them and like changes the color. So if you're really angry at your dice, you can like get a little bit of revenge.
uh, it's funny how superstitious people will be. Oh, I've had 5 bad rolls in a row. It's time to change my dice color.
Yep.
I live by that shit.
Yep.
That's why we have so many dice.
That's right. That's why I hate playing online because I can't throw my dice across the room.
No, with the dice jail, it's like a very, it's very cathartic. It's like you just with rage and like force just like crack them across the table. It's very cathartic.
That's awesome.
I'll have to check that one out. I've got so many that I run, and
Yeah, if I get 3 rolls under 10, I'm just like done. And I mean, I guess that's a pretty high threshold. Under 10. That's
Oh,
a
look at
50%
that.
chance.
Luther.
You waste the cake.
Luther.
I was
And
doing a check to see if I should drink more bourbon.
That's just a flex.
That was really a 1. You've already had too much bourbon.
oh, that was funny. Okay, for the purpose of this game, I'm going to assume that all the characters know one another, and generally I do character introductions, but these beginner games, I'm here to teach you Fantasy Grounds, not here to teach you how to build a character. So, that pre-gen, so we can skip the character introductions and get right into this very interesting adventure. And you should have a map starting to appear on your screens. Does everyone know how to resize maps and so forth?
I do.
Yeah, all good.
Yep.
And something that I just learned not too long ago, if you click on a blank area of the map and hold your control key, it will resize that window. Which has come in very handy.
Say that again, please.
If you hold your control key and click and drag on the map, it will rescale that window size so you're not having to grab the bottom corner to drag and so forth.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, it's like, how do I not know that?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And everyone does know about the scroll wheel on the mouse zooming in and out of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta ask one more time. That controlled, you actually do it on the map itself?
Yeah, hold your control key and then just click and hold somewhere on your map and start dragging your cursor.
Awesome. I was doing the right click. That's why it wasn't working. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I was very thankful to find that one out.
I love Fantasy Grounds.
It's the best.
it, it gets better every update.
Yeah, I know.
And being able to tie in the art subscriptions and so forth. And uh, I part owner of a marketing agency, and I've been in Photoshop for 25 years, and uh, it's just amazing how simple it is to build a map now in Fantasy Grounds.
You say so.
Come a long way since the notebook and pen.
uh, yeah, it's when you get into the image building and so forth, you just find the asset you want and you can just drag it over and click and clone it and rotate it, and you can build some really nice maps for I forget what the art subscription cost. It's like $50-$60 a year, and just makes it really easy. And I can't remember the guy's name, but there's one guy on YouTube through Fantasy Grounds, Joshua something or another, that does a weekly session where you watch him create a map and so forth.
Oh, that's cool.
The only drawback to the art pack is once you cancel your subscription, you can't use the map because all the assets disappear and it's just licensing issues. But there's always drawbacks to something somewhere.
Spotify. You lose all your music.
Absolutely.
So, what character is Gaius playing?
Gas. Oh, character introduction. Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah.
Okay. I do online therapy. I run therapy sessions online, and every time I change apps, I have to do this. Gaius is a ghost-wise halfling cleric of Urgolon, which is the halfling deity of death. So he's in brown clothes, and his holy symbol, both around his neck and on his shield, is a black hound's head. So he's a fairly rare god, and he will tell you that he can communicate with you in his mind as well as out loud. So most of the time he'll talk out loud, but if you're within 30 feet and I need to forward information, you might hear his voice in your head.
Cool.
I just didn't want to surprise anybody.
Got it. So we have two clerics then, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, two clerics, a monk, a paladin, and a rogue.
It never hurts to have more than one healer.
Yeah, we got lots of healing tonight.
Oh, I'm less healing, more bashing.
Got it. I'll
Yeah.
let you guys work.
Hey, and two clerics doesn't mean try extra hard to kill us.
I was just getting ready to say, wow, I can pull up so many more NPCs now.
Yes, you could, but no, you won't.
Okay, yes, you're in this town and you're walking up toward the town square, and it's the middle of the day. You've got townspeople out buying goods. You've got the bunch of wagons and so forth, and the merchants selling their wares, and as you start getting closer to town, and let me make my combat tracker a little bit bigger. There's my wagon. And you hear this racket coming from the street across from you, and you, as you're trying to figure out what's going on, you see this wagon that should be, pretty much hauling food or some other mercantile stuff. And you can see that they have added on to this wagon. And at the top of the wagon, there's a crude wooden turret.
I'm sorry, could you say that again? My child was making lots of noise.
Yeah, on top of the wagon, there's this crude wooden turret. And
A wooden turret.
yes, and the carpentry is horrible on the addition to this wagon. And you can see the turret itself is comprised of old boards and rusted shields, and there's these gaps occasionally, and you can see that more wood has been hastily and very poorly nailed on. And you can see there's multiple slits in the walls of the wagon, and that allow its passengers to see out into the street. For added flair, small dead animals have been nailed to the wheels. And you're looking at these sad little corpses as they rotate through. And this wagon is acting very sporadic. You know, 1 second it might cover 20 feet of ground, and then the next few seconds it might just stop, and then it'll slowly lurch forward, and then it'll pick up speed. And as it's coming through town and headed up toward the north of the town circle there, which I'm actually gonna show the icon now, uh, you can see that these 10-foot poles are sticking out of it on both sides, and these poles have on it, they've been lashed, or sorry, short swords have been lashed to these poles, and as someone gets close to the wagon or the wagon gets close to them, they are attacking the townsfolk. And by now, this town circle is in complete pandemonium. And you can tell that this wagon is very erratically going to complete the circle and come around to the side of on near the street that you're on itself. I think I need another drink.
So does it appear manned or unmanned? Can we see anybody in it?
It's not horse drawn. So, looking underneath, you can see some sort of axle contraption with gears that extend up into the wagon. So it's a safe assumption that there are people in there with hand cranks turning the wagon.
Okay.
And it
And
looks like it's being driven deliberately. So is it steering into stuff?
It is steering into stuff. It's hitting some of the vendors' stalls and so forth, knocking them over. They're trying to cut and kill anybody that you can reach with that 10-foot pole.
Literally.
Grace has a feeling we're in a clown car situation. How many gnomes or halflings do we think could fit in that small tower?
You hear my voice in your head. At least 8.
Ugh. 1 or 2 isn't bad. It's a whole pack. You gotta look out for.
And with everyone fleeing, yeah, you're a brand new bunch of adventurers, and this is the perfect time for you to, make a name for yourself and save the town from this wagon of doom. So, uh, what would you all like to do?
So,
Can we roll initiative and get on this?
I will allow you to get within 30 feet of it before we make initiative.
Okay. Question. So I'm imagining it's like rocking. I'm imagining like a tents and everything, and people are bailing from them, right? I'm imagining, like an awning or tents in this mercantile, right?
Exactly.
Okay. I am going to grab a tent pole, like a nice long tent pole. And are the wheels on this thing, are they like the typical wagon wheels with spokes?
Yes, they are wagon wheels with spokes that you can tell are connected to some sort of axle with the gear.
Okay. I giggle deviously. Let's party.
I have a
what's
foreshadow.
mischief?
And if I can get everyone to roll initiative now.
Now, unlike roll 20, we don't have to click on our token. We just roll initiative and it automatically does it. Is that correct?
Correct. And you'll find the initiative on your character sheet, the main tab, right smack dab in the middle.
Ooh, whiff.
Oof.
Oh
We
yeah.
all, that was a group garbage roll.
Holy
Just
cow.
everybody's roll was trash.
So successful.
Wow.
This does not bode well for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
figuring
it's
out
not
what
going well.
Trying to figure out what those bunnies are doing on the wheels.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, the wagon didn't do so hot either. So.
Did I cast Bane already?
And if you'll give me a second, I'm going to clear up my combat tracker a
I'm gonna go ahead
little
and
bit.
change my dice color right now.
I got a TPK in the first battle.
Everyone
You know,
goes
for the
last.
beginner game.
All right, Gaius, yeah, the war
I'm
wagon.
first.
With a
How did
5.
that happen?
You are first.
With a 5?
With a
Alright.
5.
5.
I have to
10.
screenshot this shit.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to take a picture. I was just getting ready to say that. That's awesome.
15, 20, 25. I will get here and, sort of time the wagon, and then I'm going to shove that tent pole between our, so it goes all the way through the 2 front of those wagon wheels.
Okay,
So the
Guys,
front
you
axle.
are a master.
yeah, for simplicity, just roll a dagger attack against the wagon, and we'll count that as you shoving the
Okay.
pole through.
I can do that.
And let's see, on the wagon. It does hit. This would be a really good time to talk about targeting. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry. I should
no,
have targeted the wagon.
yeah, you're fine. In order to target the wagon, you just control click on whatever token you want to target, and it'll put the little arrows around it to show that it is targeted. And with that, that would be your move, your action, and
I don't, I don't have any, but well, this is actually important. Uh, does anybody around within 30 feet look like they are like the wagon is going to kill them?
currently, you all have been the only ones foolhardy enough to start approaching the wagon. Um, no one's in danger right now except you.
Okay, life is good. All right. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to see what happens when I shove this tent pole into the wagon wheels, and then I'll go on to the combat tracker and pass the turn.
Okay, can I get you to call high or low?
Oh, sir,
I'm sorry,
low, please.
low. Okay, yes, the wagon, uh, currently it's got a little bit of speed to it, and you can see it struggles for just a second, but it does snap the tent pole.
Okay, you hear something in deep speech that does not sound very politically correct. Pass turn.
And Gracie, you're up.
All right, Grace is going to stride forward. Oh, 5, 10, 15,
Uh, I am
20.
go. Can you slide back to where you were for just a second? And I'm going to lock tokens since we're in combat. So now you can go ahead and plan your move, and it will, as you move your tokens, it will draw an arrow showing your path plus all your distance. And when you're where you want your token to be, just tell me that you're done moving, and then I have
Yeah.
to approve the move. And now you are right in front of this war wagon.
And I'm gonna try to like aim for whatever its movement is at the bottom, whether it be like ankles or wheels. I'm just gonna try to sweep, at the a couple inches from the ground, to try to cease it from moving forward. And I'm gonna use my short sword to do so.
Okay. And you're going to try to insert it in the spokes.
No, I'm cutting all of their ankles off. I'm just gonna do a universal sweep.
And yes, you do manage to hit and inflict some damage to the wagon, and it's enough to cause it to momentarily stop.
I also have one more attack, and with that, I'll attempt to do like a downward thrust on whatever that projectile bow and arrow crossbow situation is in front of it.
Yeah,
And
it's a long pole with a short sword on
wait,
it.
no, we're playing fifth ed. We're not playing Pathfinder 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sorry, I played a Pathfinder 2 game earlier today, so like I'm stuck on systems. I don't get any more attacks. That's it.
All right. And Kron?
All right. What I'll do is move 20 up to the rear left on the driver's side, and what I'm going to do is attempt to hit the armor, the shatty armor that it has, and try to take off a panel. Not sure how the game mechanics will work on that, but that's what my intent is to do to penetrate the armor and make a hole so I can get in and get the operator. So I'm going to use my short sword and a dagger, and I will do 2 attacks.
Nice shot.
Very nice.
Oh, and I needed my sneak attack as well. I didn't click on that. I'm sorry. And that's an additional 1d6. Is that correct?
Yes, at first level.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
God.
I got that one out the way early. So I'll do a short sword dagger attack and then move my additional 5 feet around behind it. Do you count diagonal as regular movement in this game?
Yes, everything regardless of direction is 5 feet.
Okay, so I'll move so I'm not obscuring any other party members, and I'll move to the rear of the craft.
Okay, and I need you. You rolled a d6 for your sneak attack, but you did not
Yes, sir.
roll your damage dice.
Oh, it didn't roll automatically? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, and there's your 1.
Yeah.
And then I need to add 6 for the sneak attack.
And then 3 for the dagger.
20. And that's 10. And Kron, let's talk about you targeted the wagon. You rolled to hit. And on your character sheet underneath the actions tab, you have your rogue power, where it says sneak attack. And you may or may not see that little man icon.
I do. I have actions on. Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you click it, it will automatically apply the sneak attack effect on the combat tracker, and then when you roll your damage, it will automatically roll that 1d6 for you.
Okay, so I just keep that active, and it'll just do the first attack that I do?
Correct. And once you roll it the first time, it'll automatically go off.
Okay,
And
thank you.
yes, you did. You're starting to see some damage. It's going to take you a couple of rounds to make a hole big enough for you to get into the wagon. And
do I click the next turn, or do you do that
uh,
on the...
yeah, when you're done, just click the next turn. And let's see, Marcus. Marcus applied a resistance effect to the war wagon, so I'm going to remove that, and we'll cover your effects here in just a minute. And the war wagon. Let's see. And how many attacks do I get?
None.
Zero.
uh, okay. Yeah. Being this close to the wagon, you can hear the occupants inside say something in the non-common language, and absolutely no one understands the language that was spoken. And
Wait, hold on. I have no, it's not infernal.
no, and for those of you all who don't know, in the chat window, you got that little drop down box where you can select whatever language. And whatever you type in to the chat window shows up in that language. And if anyone, say like Infernal, if I was talking Infernal, um, it will show you the translation if you understand it. Otherwise, you just hear the gibberish. And uh, Gracie, Gracie or Grace?
Grace.
Grace, okay. Um, Grace just said curses in Infernal. And let's see who's on the side. Gaius, you see Blade Storm and give me just a second. I have found an error in this module. And that is Lee and ATK. They got my damage, but not my attack rolls. And
So are there weapons coming from all cardinal directions on this wagon?
you have a pole arm sticking out on each side.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Gaius, they are going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
And there we go. And you know, you see this 10-foot pole with a short sword come at you, and it misses. And Luther.
All right.
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Just saying.
All right. So okay. So where Kron attacked the wagon, you said there was like a small hole there, but it's not big enough for us to be able to see anybody in there yet.
Correct.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to attempt to smash that with my long sword to make the hole bigger. And excellent.
Nice.
All right.
You've all had
Nice.
some nice hits to have such low
Nice.
initiative.
That's what I'm here for.
We're slow rolling.
All right, nobody's hurt or anything, so we're good. So I look over at Marcus and go, "You're up."
Roger that.
Yeah.
Did I make the hole bigger?
Yeah, you've made it larger, but it's going to take a couple of rounds before you can actually climb inside.
Well, I'm going to help out because I'm going to move to the back corner and get my rather large maul ready. Thank you.
every paladin thinks his maul is large. Just
It's compensating.
There you go. All right.
And
nice.
cop that.
Nice hit, Marcus.
Oh, where's that stop button? Stop button, stop button.
Getting uncomfortable.
Don't motivate me with a good time. I'll tell you what.
That's my secret special place.
Yeah, the Marcus, when you're done on the combat tracker, if
sorry.
you just hit the down blue
Yeah.
arrow.
Yeah, my fault. Sorry.
You're all right. And let's see, we're down to Gaius. You're up.
So this thing is, I'm imagining there's clearance enough from the ground that I could, as a halfling, slide underneath there and start geeking the gears underneath it with my dagger.
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab and sort of do a slide underneath there, and then try to start messing up the gears so it won't hurt anybody else. There we go.
Yeah. All right.
And yeah, you do a pretty good job of screwing up the gear, and the war wagon has become immobile.
Nicely done.
All right.
And Grace?
Okie dokie. Grace is gonna do like a very Cirque du Soleil type tumble situation and move across to here where she could possibly get advantage with Gaius. And she'll take 2 swipes. Swish swoosh.
So,
No, she'll just take 1 because we're not playing Pathfinder right now.
that
Just
is
one.
correct.
You won't get advantage either.
No? We don't do advantage?
Yeah, you're flanking.
Oh, we do play flanking?
Yes.
Ooh.
It's his house rule, guys. In AL, no, it's an optional rule, but he plays flanking.
I just did such a fancy tumble, like I wanted to at least get advantage. I landed it.
Fancy like.
Alright, here we go.
Nice.
18's a crit?
So I also, as a bonus action, I get to do an unarmed strike, which I believe is also at that advantage.
Yes.
Ooh, lucky 18. Minimal damage. You know, it was just, that last one was just more of a tickle to make him squirm, not to really do any damage. But that's all for her.
Every hit point counts. So, for game mechanics, if I am flanking another player character, I get advantage. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Oh, wow.
No,
A 180 degree across.
yeah, you gotta be straight across.
Not diagonal.
Right.
Okay, got you. Okay. So, in order to get this game mechanic, I will slip down 5 feet. And that will put me at advantage, is that correct?
Yes, close enough.
Okay. And I will do my 1-2 punch again. And I have my effect equipped on. Very good. So my short sword first. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I'm ready to chuck some dice. My dagger at advantage, right?
Yes.
Still. Okay, 10 and a 10. Wow. Terrible rolls. Does 15 hit? Do I need to roll that?
Yes, 15 does hit.
Okay.
Well, and if you were looking for the ability for the sneak attack, all you need is a adversary to be within 5 feet of your target.
Yeah.
And that way you get a sneak attack then.
Yeah, I was actually trying to get a better roll, but a 1 and a
right.
2. A 1 and a 2 doesn't do that.
No,
But
not
but
really.
but as a halfling, don't I get to re-roll ones?
Yes, you do.
Yes, halfling
If you're
luck.
lucky, yes.
I haven't played one, but how about that? Will that work?
Yeah, that would hit.
Okay.
Oh, and yeah, the war wagon is completely immobilized, and you have done enough damage to that side that there is a hole.
Awesome. I will continue with my movement. I have 24 or 20 more feet and go straight across to that rear panel there. And so they'll have multiple angles of attack. A question for you: do the pole arms, do they look manned, or are they part of the contraption? All of the mechanics.
You can pretty much tell that something is inside holding them, and they're not mounted. You know, they can pull them back into the wagon, go to another hole, and stick them out.
Okay, so we have a minimum of 5, 1 per pole and 1 driving, is what we could ascertain right now. Is that correct? And somebody on
Yeah.
on the turret as well.
And when you're done, if you'll hit the down arrow.
I am sorry, sir. All right.
Okay. And with that, through the hole that you have created in the side, you can see a goblin stick his head out. And he jumps out behind the wagon. And you see I don't know if I said it, but you see a goblin. And he is wielding a scimitar. And with that, we're going to go after Marcus since he's closest. And he's going to make a swing. Oh, you are kidding me.
Love it.
And he
Oops.
just kind of spins around in a circle and ends up hitting the wagon.
I was about to
And
use Wrath of the Storm, but I don't think I will.
yeah, Luther, from where you're at, you can see that it's goblins in this wagon. And they are starting to pour out. You with us, Luther? If you're talking, you are muted.
I was muted. I'm looking at this. I'm talking away, going, "Why isn't anybody answering me?" Okay. So he exited out the back, correct?
Correct.
All right. So I would have to move around to get him. So I will.
Winter, just a quick question. The Heavy Armor Master feat that I have, is that already set up to be in effect, or do I have to put that on me?
Which character are you playing?
Marcus,
Marcus.
because it's a resistant to slashing, bludgeoning, piercing, and magic.
Okay, yes. Let me check
I don't have
that.
that automatically, or
Uh,
I've got to put it on.
Let me make sure. That needs to go to self. Yeah, if you'll just click the little icon for the effect, it will apply it to you.
Ta-da! Done.
Perfect. I love this game, man. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Isn't it awesome? I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to long sword him.
Fish kebab.
Yes, almost a one.
Nicely done.
Oh, I was hoping.
Have to take a roll on the wheel of doom. Excellent.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Okay, I will take that, and I will flip him off, and then be done.
Okay, Marcus.
Alrighty. Are there any others that are looking like they're coming out, or should I?
Yeah, from all the excitement, the fact that the wagon has been stopped, there's a whole, um, yeah, you're pretty confident that there are more coming out.
All right. Well, let's deal with this wounded one first, and that gets rid of a weapon. So I'm going to Sacred Flame this guy.
Oh.
No, you're not. Yeah.
I'm going to obliterate this guy.
Very nice.
Oh, where's my double damage? Did that not come up?
I think it's because does your 20 not go in the box?
Marcus, Sacred Flame.
He's dying anyway.
Actually, Sacred Flame, he made his saving throw.
Oh, he did, right, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna undo the damage on number 7. So, unfortunately, Sacred Flame is all or nothing. So, he's still alive a little bit.
What a bugger.
Not for long.
Cool. Done.
Okay, and we're on round 2.
Hey DM, I have a quick question. So
Yeah.
do you have the effect on that the more blood that comes around the token, the more damage they are? Is that the effect?
Yes.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's available on the DM's Guild. It's called the Indicators Extension, and it's by Matt Kukuri, and he's part of the Rob Toohey team of extension builders. It does the blood, the saving throws, the death head when it's over, when the character is at 0 points, as well as the targeting indicators. It's a really nice extension for $6. It's got a lot of different tokens that you can use, and being colorblind, there's a good fourth of the spectrum that I can't see, and it makes life so much easier for me to see what the active token is. And out of the top of the wagon on the turret, you see a hatch appear. And this very large goblin pops up out of the hatch, and he drops down to the ground. And yeah, you all can see him on the map. So he jumps down in front of the wagon, and he's going to come up to the north toward Grace, and he is going to swing a scimitar at her.
Mm.
And that is definitely a hit. For, for 6 points of damage. And let's see. Let me close out a few windows here.
And I yell out, "Somebody kill this goblin right here so I can get around there and get him without getting."
And as a bonus action, he's going to take the disengage. So he doesn't draw attack of opportunity. And
Coward.
he's going to move up just a little bit. And then you see another goblin come out the hole in the back of the wagon. And he is wielding a scimitar as well. And we're going to go after Kron this time. And that's a hit. And 5 points of slashing damage for you. Where are you? There you
Jesus,
are.
they breed like rabbits.
And out of the top... Oh. Damn it. Out of the top of the turret again, you see another goblin stick his head up, and he jumps down with a scimitar going after Gaius.
Yeah.
And that's a swing and a miss. And
he's scared of the man in brown.
And through the back of the wagon, you see another goblin appear. And he jumps over and through his two buddies. Yeah, you all can see the token. And that would be 10. And we're going to go down and pick on the guys in the big metal suits of armor. And he's going to swing a scimitar. Maybe. Cancel. And he's going to swing a scimitar at Luther.
He misses and hits the marijuana plant to his left.
Save the weed.
And guys, you're up, sir.
Okay.
Oh, that was a 20.
Okay. That sucks.
And from the top again of the wagon, you see another goblin appear. And he's going to jump down between 22 and Gaius. And he's gonna swing a scimitar. And that one is a hit.
Oh.
For a whopping 4 points of damage. And that would have been, we'll count that as 10 foot of movement. And he's going to come down. And Grace, you're up.
Okie dokie. She is going to move into a flanking position. Well, she's not going to move. She's going to limp, leaving a small trail of blood from where she is to about here. And attack number 22, flanking with Gaius. So I get advantage on that?
Yes, ma'am, you do.
Garbage.
Well, you are rude.
Alright, that's the best she can do.
You dare hit me? You will die. And do I get flanking on that or not? I have to be next to my...
Yeah, you don't get because there's 2 in between you.
Okay. So I will, without advantage, make sure I got my effect on. I do. Short sword.
But if you took a 5-foot step, you could flank Goblin 7 that is pretty fucked up already and maybe even take him out.
Yeah, but I can't get in there with 3 attacks if they turn on me. Not at first level. I'd be in trouble. So let's go dagger offhand. That's better.
Nice.
There we go.
And I will take a step to the right. And click on my button. Next turn, Goblin 7. Yeah, if I could disengage and do everything that I could at 3rd level, I'd be all in this battle. But right now, I get tore up.
Okay, Goblin 7. Yeah, he's gonna take a 5-foot step over so he can get flanking, and we're gonna try hitting Luther again.
He'd take an attack of opportunity then?
No, because he hasn't left anyone's. Oh, yes, he would.
He moved out of Marcus's range there. He missed anyways, but.
Yeah, Marcus, good call. So, yeah, you would get an attack at him. So, if you want to make a swing.
Certainly will. Yeah.
Never mind.
Useless.
And, yeah, that missed anyway. And Luther, you're up.
All right. Well, we got to get rid of him. He is
Annoying.
He's hung around way too long. Yeah. All right. 4. Got it.
Oh, that's annoying.
And Goblin 7 has died.
Finally.
All right. Who would like some healing word? I can see everyone at the moment. We
I'm
need it
good.
yet, or should I just beat people up?
Let's see.
Grace, do you want healing or not?
There's a whole bunch of goblins coming up
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Yes, I meant more than unbloodied. I would definitely appreciate any kind of healing vibes you can send out.
All right. So healing word, 60 feet, as long as I can see you.
And I got a whole lot of blood on my stash as well.
And that's the best I can do.
I think she was. Oh wow.
Fleeting moment. You cast healing word, correct?
Yes.
Bonus action. You can cast a cantrip as well.
Oh.
If you cast a bonus action spell, you can cast a cantrip in the same round. So go ahead and throw that sacred flame at somebody.
Absolutely.
Can I attack as well if that's a bonus action?
As long as it's
Yeah.
a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that
As
case,
long as the spell's a bonus action, you can take an action, and you can
Alright.
throw it spell-wise a cantrip.
well, in that case, I'm going to beat this guy on the head.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, that works.
So will this.
Good amount of dice.
All right.
Sweet.
Uh,
Nice.
That is so nice. That just enhanced my bourbon. That was very nice.
Oh yeah. That made it so much sweeter. 19 points of damage from a level 1 character. That's awesome.
oh, very nice. And speaking of bourbon, do you mind if we take a 5-minute break here while I go locate some?
Yeah.
That's good.
Would be good.
All right. We'll see you in a minute.
Okay.
Beer.
And let's see who's back. We've lost one.
Sorry about
Oh no, you're good. It happens from time to time. And who are we waiting on? We'll give Grace a minute to join us. So what do you think so far of all the goblins?
Annoying, but about to die.
Yeah, it's time to get medieval on them. Hopefully, we don't have more pouring out. As Grace so eloquently said, it's going to be a clown car.
guys, you have not lived until you have a judge ask, does that person have a clown car coochie in the middle of a court staff? Apparently one of my clients snuck a bunch of drugs into a jail in her hoo-ha. And then the judge is like, does she have a clown car coochie? And the entire team stopped and looked at her.
No.
It wasn't in court. We were staffing before.
Some people are just miracles of nature. I mean, what can you say?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start this round so we can change the. All right, and hey, the leader, Dib, in case you haven't figured it out, from Dibs, Wagon, and Doom. We are going to come down, and we're targeting Grace, so we're going to swing that scimitar, and we're going to take back a few of those hit points you just got.
No.
And as a bonus action, he's going to disengage.
Yeah.
And Goblin 11. Yeah, we've got two clerics in the group, so he's gonna target Kron. And let's see what happens.
Yes. He's scared.
And 22. Let's get rid of the dead goblin. And yeah, we're going back after Gaius with the scimitar. And Gaius gets lucky. Goblin 9. He is going to come down, not provoking attacks.
Winter, I think you've got a problem. Luther's saying no map, no sound.
Let's see. guess. Well, I guess I really should put it in a language he can understand.
Helps sometimes.
Absolutely.
Maybe he reads Goblin in real life, though.
There's a number of four-letter words in there.
And do you all know the quick, easy way anytime you close the map, how to get it back open?
No, sir.
On your character sheet, if you'll click your portrait, which is, I'm sorry, your token, which is on the right side, it may be a double click. It'll open up the map and show you your token.
Awesome.
And let's see, since I'm not attacking him, I'm just going to, while he's working on his sound, we're gonna swing a scimitar at Luther. Oh, that's not, sorry dude. I missed him anyway.
You were going to aim for me, weren't you?
Yes, I was trying to.
Why won't you? So wait, that can't be right. My save is not a 9. It is.
No, he rolled a 9 against your 13.
Okay.
Yeah, so he did fail his saving throw.
Okay. So he's already damaged. Really? 2 on a D12? Alright. I'll pass the turn. Poser.
On your character sheet. It wouldn't be a Fantasy Grounds game without a Discord issue. And Grace, if you want to go ahead and take your turn, you can.
All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to deal with the kiddo situation.
Oh, you're fine.
22 will feel my wrath, for it is sandwiched between the mighty Gaius and myself.
Nice.
Oh.
Feel my wrath.
Yes.
That's what I talk about.
Okie dokie. And then I'm going to move to there, providing a flank for Kron.
All right. I have old dude targeted already. I need to turn on my. Nope, I don't get sneak attack. Do I? So.
Well, you if my move gets approved, then you'll have flanking with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
so
have
you
to
To
did
be
get flanking.
I'm back.
All right.
Welcome.
Luther, hi.
So turn that on, and you will get one sword to the face.
No,
Do I get that? Do I get that at advantage or?
Yes, you get that advantage due to flanking.
I'm not used to the flanking. Holy cow, my rolls are terrible. Terrible. So
Change those dice color, Charles Barkley. If they're
Yeah.
terrible.
now, oh, I like how you like that reference. And
That's better.
an 18 and a 1, so I'll take the 18.
Terrible.
And he should be toast, like the French. Or maybe not. Well, I guess that negates what I was going to do, and I will move down and around to get away from the big bad boy, and say, Luther, kick some butt.
All right. Well, let's see here.
Or heal, one of the two.
Wow. While I was gone, Kron took a couple of big hits there, huh? Let's see. So you got, you only got one hit. Okay, well, I can lay hands on you. That will give you 5 hit points back.
I love it when you lay your hands on me.
That's what I'm here for, man.
I think that's like the #1 paladin joke.
All right. Yeah, I can give you 5 hit points back, or I can go kill a big dude. But how many goblins we still got here?
Just the 2, I think, right?
There are. Let's see.
Two plus
Let's
two.
delete
Two
that
or three.
one.
We got seven.
Yeah, Dib and two other goblins.
Well,
If you heal him, I'll smash this one south of us.
okay. All right. Kron.
It's kind of hard to tell who's who with all the blood on the field.
There's a lot of blood everywhere. All right, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna lay my hands upon you and give you 5.
Ooh, that was a good Best Western stay right there.
And that's all I can. That's an action, correct?
Yeah, like lay on hands is
And then a pool of healing power. Doesn't say here.
Oh, I would imagine that's an action.
yeah, I'm thinking it is too.
As an action. Yep. Okay. So I'm done then. All right. There you go. Marcus, you're up.
Okay. Sanctuaries. Mauling this little one to the south of us to the end, I believe. Oh, it's so close.
Hey, Marcus, you're targeting the war wagon.
Oh, am I? Oh,
This targets the war wagon.
let me go to that one.
Oh,
Yeah, he was targeting, but he dropped the dice on the right one.
Yeah. I dropped the
And
dice.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna take the war wagon off the map since.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. That declutters things a bit.
And I think you get advantage, don't you, Marcus?
No, I think he was facing me because he was hitting Luther, and so he'd be facing me or facing us.
Okay.
DM, up to you.
No, you wouldn't get. Are
No.
we talking flanking or another paladin feat?
No, it would only be flanking. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, no, you don't get flanking.
No. No. So that's me.
Okay, and Dib is up. And ooh.
Dib is up.
Let's see if I can do that. That's 15.
I like how the DM placed the other goblins so that I can't get to Dib.
And shit. If I do that, he can't.
That's the power of disengage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
If I could only get to 3rd level.
And let's try a different route.
It's a level per goblin, isn't it?
Yep.
I can do that. Yeah, he's going to. No, I'm going back over here. And I don't provoke any attacks. And hey, we're going to try Lutheran or Luther, and I'm gonna untarget Grace, and we're gonna swing that scimitar.
Just glances off the armor.
And it's a bonus action. He's going to
No, it's
disengage 5 feet. If you want him, you're gonna have to move.
You'd have to go get him.
And Goblin 11. Yeah. He's gonna go after the one that appears more bloody. Sorry, Grace. But he missed. And as a bonus action, he's going to disengage. Goblin 9. I keep forgetting about flanking. I should have moved him the other way. And Goblin 9. We've tried Luther a couple of times. Let's go after Marcus. And a 15 missed. And yeah, he's just gonna move over 5 feet. And guys, you're up.
Okay, let's try this again.
Before you roll, if you move south, you can get flanking and advantage on your attack roll, but that's not going to
I was
matter
spellcasting.
when you cast a spell.
Oh,
And
Any save? Dang.
He's got
tough
your
little
number.
buggers.
No kidding.
All right, Grace, take this guy out.
There she goes.
Oh, she has a taste of his blood.
Hey,
Wolf
Moy.
Schlocka, do I have any inspiration?
Sorry.
Did she bat her big green eyes and toss her vibrant red hair in hopes to? No,
Uh,
okay, never mind. Pass.
No inspiration for gingers.
We're a rare
Oh.
breed.
That's racist.
That's because I'm a ginger in real life, so I can say it. So
I do-
is that guy dead to the north of me?
No.
no, he's
Oh.
still alive.
Oh, it looks like an X there, but it's just the triangles there. I'm sorry. All right, so I'll move up 10 feet, and I will activate my. Oh nope, I don't get sneak attack, so I will swing my short sword. Oh yeah, sucker! Take that and that,
And that.
Nice.
and then I will move. That was 10, 15, 20. I'll just move 20 to right there, and wait to attack the big dog. I don't think I'll have a chance, though. The mighty paladin.
And of course, he moves the goblin over there so that
Oh yeah,
if I want dip, I got to take an attack of opportunity.
yep, yeah. But you're armored. You haven't even been touched.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to. It's time for me and Dib to match it up here. So I'll take that attack of opportunity.
And let's see if I hit you this time.
Nope.
All right, Dib, get ready to bite it.
What is that? A 5? No, there's a 5 or a 13.
I couldn't tell either. But it's a 5. Okay, well, never mind. I'll just
Awesome. All right.
get a Marcus.
This guy is annoying the hell out of me.
And it continues.
Swing and a miss. Oh dear. Actually, as my bonus action, I'm going to. What are you on? You're on. Both on about the same. So let me do that. And pass it on.
All right, cool.
All right, Dib.
Oh.
Let's see. Well, Luther's targeted. Come on, crit. Oh, come on, you could at least hit. And as a bonus action, he's going to disengage 20 feet. I love nimble escape.
You're making me move my map.
Yeah, me too. There you go. I can still see you.
And
Yeah, come on.
I keep forgetting to move him into flanking position. And let's see, yeah, he's gonna give up on hitting the big armored guy. Sorry, Gaius. And
Ooh.
You are rolling perfectly, DM.
I'm smart enough to change my dice colors.
Alright, dying. Healthy. Let's do. We no longer need to target him. You know what? Zip. No, don't target myself. Thank you.
Only if you're rolling bad.
Oh,
Well, sweet.
nice.
Somebody
Go
grew
ahead.
up in the ghetto.
He can take it.
Nice.
Nice roll.
Excellent. He's critical.
Double whammy.
Come on, Craig. Pay him back.
Here we go. No, so embarrassing. There's shame on my ancestors.
I want that healing word back. I'm going to give it to someone else.
All right, well, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move over here in preparation for this guy to come around, and I can flank him next turn, hopefully.
Can you
All
move
right.
without provoking?
I'll provoke leaving, huh?
Yes.
No, I'll cancel that move then. I'll just stay where I'm at.
All right, I'm gonna move as fast as my little halfling legs can go, which is right there, and I'm
Patter, pitter, patter, pitter, patter.
going to slash, bash, and trash this guy right in the face. Take that, fool.
Get him.
Oh,
Oh, no! It balanced on the 18.
how about? Oh, that was a 20.
Not the 20, what a tease.
Throw them sparkly things away.
Holy frioli.
I go from 18 feet back down to 3 feet and say,
I'm coming. I'm coming.
oh no.
All right. Never fear, Luther is here.
You my man.
Right there.
There's nothing like a little Luther Vandross in the middle of combat.
All right. Well, taste my longsword, you dib. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, finally.
Sank deep.
Oh, it didn't double it.
It didn't.
Should I throw another one?
Yeah, it's not coming up green on
Oh.
his attack roll. That's weird.
You're not targeting him.
Yeah,
No,
he
you're
was
targeting
he was targeted, so you know, I'm going to undo that damage that you just did to him. And
Okay.
do you know about the modifiers window?
You know what? When I did the damage, I was so excited that I actually rolled a 20 that I threw it in the box instead of targeting him with the damage. So if you
And
take that I'll roll.
yeah, so it didn't apply the damage. So yeah, if you'll click on the plus minus button underneath the tools in the right hand sidebar, it'll pop open the modifiers window. And if you'll click the critical damage and then make your damage roll, it'll apply the crit.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh,
Not really.
You kidding?
oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Instead of 16. That's awesome.
So I stabbed him in the toe. Oh, that was just total crap. Okay, well,
Am I the
There's
only
nothing.
one hearing what was her name, Della Burke and Harlem Nights? You shot me in my pinky toe.
I'm gonna shoot that crusty little.
Oh,
You can kiss my entire ass.
You know what? This guy is really, really annoying me. Can't get the
And after the last round, I brought out the fancy dice. So, Luther, let's see if it worked. No,
No.
it did not.
Yay.
And ooh, uh, ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, he's going to disengage as a bonus action. And then that gives Goblin 11 flanking against Gaius and Scimitar.
Thanks, dice. I like those.
Oh, you're kidding. Double tens.
Nice.
That's called
And
karma.
as a bonus action, he's going to disengage, get out of that flanking position, and Gaius.
Let's see how wise this plan is.
Oh my.
And he
Okay.
failed, so you can roll that damage.
There we
Yes.
go. Long.
All right.
Okay, okay. She'll take a swing at Goblin Dib.
Oh, man.
Big old whiff.
This is a really, really interesting evening for rolls.
So if I move behind him, I will be flanking. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you move between him and the statue there, you are flanking.
Okay, I will do that. I will hit my advantage button, hit my sneak attack button, and stab him in the butt. Do a very good stabbing in the butt.
Nice
No.
butt stab.
Oh, you killed Dibs, you bastard.
He died as he would have wanted to by a stab in the cheeks.
His crack has increased. So
Uh,
that 15, 20, 25. I'll get behind this bush right here and call that my turn.
We still got a goblin left. You okay?
I know. I've been trying.
I didn't realize we still had one. All right.
That's
Now
the way the goblin laughs.
Alrighty. Enough of this. This is where we end it, right here. Or not.
What the heck?
I just want him to think he's doing well. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna sit down on the ground here and play with the grass, and that's my turn.
I'm going to call down the light of heaven. Oh.
They must not be very good. You
Save failure.
just glad it didn't hit.
yeah, he failed his savings throw, so
So he cops that.
boom.
Yeah, finally.
Alright, this is very important. I, as a bonus action, can cast Spare the Dying, so I will cast Spare the Dying on the leader. This stabilizes him. He's at 0 hit points, because we need an explanation. What I suggest is some of you brawny gentlemen tie him up, and then we're going to hang him upside down from the wagon that he brought in, wake him up, and then have a conversation with him.
Um, okay, we are out of combat. You cast Spare the Dying. He's stable. Does Spare the Dying make him conscious?
No. Well, he's. Let me read it again. It's been a minute since
I think
I never take the spell. So
I think it brings him to 0.
yeah, it just stabilizes him, I think.
Yeah.
Stops the death saves.
So, you string up an unconscious goblin.
And I'm looking at the 2 little tiny wounds that I put in his pinky toe.
You gonna take his other pinky toe?
I'm gonna cut that crusty son of a gun off, man.
So,
nobody. Is our paladin out of healing?
I am. I did lay of hand. I laid hands already, so I don't. Until a long rest, I don't have any more healing.
Hate doing this, but I will cast a healing word on him. And then I will look at our paladin and look at him and say, you're not in the most. You don't have a lot of bargaining power here. And I've seen this paladin in your head all along with it eat another goblin's left foot. Hold one, please.
So I guess.
Did I intimidate him or not?
and
Yeah, what the hell? I'm not
Uh,
very intimidated, though.
intimidation is charisma. Yeah, he is very frightened of you.
So you're going to tell us everything you need about the wagon, who hired you, etc., etc. And by the way, I'm a death cleric, and if you don't want your soul to go to Grumash, if you want your soul to go to Grumash the One Eye, instead of my god or an elven pantheon, you better spill.
He's like, no one hire me mad.
So you built a death wagon?
A revenge, and I'm gonna kill the very poor goblin talk. Yeah, they this is Dib, and Dib is a master wrestling master wrestler in the world of goblin wrestling, which is popular in this town. And he got defeated after this really long winning streak, and people were laughing at him and cheering for the guy that beat him. And, after 20 consecutive wins, he's just pissed off. So he gets together a bunch of very other dumb goblins, and they construct this war wagon. And he brought it into town in order to wreak havoc. And hopefully at least regain some of his reputation amongst the goblins for, being a general nuisance.
How'd that work out for you?
Not well.
Not well.
He holds up 8 fingers and says, "About that much." So, um, by now, all the townsfolk have come out. The local guard suddenly shows up, and they're barking orders, dispersing the crowd, and they're like, "We'll take the goblin in." Um, and arrest him for, being a public nuisance, trying to kill people. And let's see, where are we?
And our payment will be?
Um, yeah, the local guard says, you shouldn't have endangered yourself. That's our job. And, they're really posturing and so forth, trying to be the heroes. Um, however,
I'll
that
finish it.
that elicits some anger from the crowd, and they said, yeah, you're the true heroes, regardless of what the guard says. And one guy is like, "Hey, I own the local inn, and I'll give you free lodging for a couple of nights." Another guy, he's like, "Well, yeah, I'm the barkeep. You get free drinks for a week at my place."
Nice.
Can I pay you in toes?
No charge, no charge. Keep your toes, please. Keep your toes.
Cool.
And ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of Dibs' Wagon of Doom.
Yeah.
And uh,
What Dib didn't count on was Grace and the Swingers were going to show up and take over this circle.
Nice.
Christ, that's
oh Lord, I love it. I love it. But this adventure is part of one of it's 12 5th edition one shots, and it's put out by John Sawatsky, and it's the Prepared 2 module, and both the PDF and the Fantasy Grounds module you can pick up on DM's Guild. I think it was like $7. It really wasn't bad. And it's got a bunch of different one shots ranging from 1 to level 12. And the other 2 games I'm running next month are from this module as well. One's level 3, and I think the other one's level 4 or 5. But a lot of interesting little one shots.
Well, hopefully we can. I can join in on that game. But thank you so much for running tonight. I had a great time. Thank you everyone for playing. Have a good night.
Oh, you too. And if any of you all have any questions that you want to ask, feel free. I can hang around for a little bit.
Did these include any gold or anything like that in it?
In the wagon, searching the wagon, it's somewhere. Yeah, but it's not much. You find 25 gold pieces in the wagon.
Okay. Thank you for running.
All right.
Oh, not a problem. And hey, I'm available on Discord, so if you all have any questions that you can't find an answer or just want to ask, feel free to reach out, and if I can help you, I'm more than happy to.
Thanks a lot, mate.
All
I
right.
appreciate it. That was awesome. Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you all
night.
for a fantastic game, and have a great night.
All right. Are you doing another one next week? Do you know?
No, next week I've actually got to work, but every Thursday in March, I'm running a game. Um, the Tuesday, March 2nd, I'm running Zombie Farmhouse, which, if you're a Walking Dead fan, you know, what was it, season 2, they meet Maggie and so forth at the farmhouse with all the zombies in the barn. Uh,
Uh,
it is an 8th level, roll your own character adventure. And I'm really looking forward to running it.
is it 5e?
5e as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
until I exhaust my one shots, I'm gonna play 5e, my Saturday campaign. Um, I just bought Crown of the Oathbreaker, so at least Saturdays I'm in 5e for the next year.
Yeah.
And after that, most likely Castles and Crusades because I don't want to spend, you know, the couple $100 to buy everything for Pathfinder 2.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I've never played Pathfinder, so because I'm an original first edition D&D player from 45 years ago, and thought about trying Pathfinder, but I've never done it before.
Did you ever play any 3.5?
No, I played first and second edition, and then I didn't play until fifth edition came back out with my group.
Okay. Yeah, 35, I personally never played it, but that's when they come out with the OGL and Paisley picked up on it, and it's Pathfinder version 1 is really 3.5 with extra books and features and so forth. Uh,
Then they call that like 3.75 or something like that.
yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. However, when you get up into the higher levels, you know, I had a 10th level barbarian that, under certain circumstances, he could deal over 200 points of damage on a crit.
Wow.
Now, granted, he was min maxing a lot,
Hmm.
but and you know, you would have 10 to 12 effects, different effects per characters, and I don't know how you played Pathfinder 1 without Fantasy Grounds and the combat tracker. Because it
Yeah.
did take you half an hour to add up all your pluses on your rolls.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And I've had an old player of mine. It's like, okay, I'm interested in Pathfinder 2. Just run me through character creation and a few, you know, a couple of battle scenarios.
Hmm.
And like Grace was saying, you know, 5e, you get the move, you get the attack. And
Hmm.
in Pathfinder 2, I'm not quite sure what word it was, but you get like 3 actions per round. Now, that action can be a movement and 2 hits, or double movement and 1 hit, or triple movement. Um, when you roll a crit, in Pathfinder 1, you had to roll an attack roll again to confirm the crit. So you had to hit a second time in order for that crit to be doubled. Um, they've taken that out, and crit seems to be depending on the armor class. If they're like at an AC 7 or 8, you can crit on like a 15. And if you exceed the crit by 5, then, it becomes a crit hit, which gives you an extra bonus. Or if you fail, critical fail, depending upon the armor class, it's a whole bunch of new rules, but I really did enjoy you got the 3 actions per round, and if you want to make 3 attacks, you can, and not move. It was pretty nice. Character creation, wow, there's a whole lot of options that you can do. Eh,
After when you play first and second edition, and then you go to fifth edition, I thought there was a lot of options. Well, it
yeah,
sounds like Pathfinder's got a whole lot more than that. So
and by the time you bring in Tasha's and the half a dozen other books that they've come out with recently, 5e's got a lot overall. It's hard to kill a player in 5e.
yeah, yep.
A lot of
I like
stuff has
playing
been
my group.
nerfed.
When you play in my group and the way that my group rolls when we just play, I've been playing with a couple of these guys since I was in 8th grade, and I'm 58, and so I've been playing forever. And one night at our regular table, we had 14 critical fumbles. That's our record. Our record is 14 in one night, and they lost 3 characters that night, and so we raised them as zombies, and they followed the party around. We were playing Lost Mines of Phandelver when that happened.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
The other Saturday, I had a player that for 4 rounds uh, did the critical failure. Boom, bam.
See, and I use Dungeon Master Dave's Wheel of Misfortune when they rolled a critical fumble. Have you seen that?
Not that specific one. I'm figuring it's what.
So yeah, it's great. It does all kinds of stuff. Like you can, you slip on some goo and land on another player.
Yeah, like there's several different versions. The critical hit and fumble tables, and I had I was running them in one of my very first 5e games, and the guy hit with a crit and, triple damage, and boom, there went my big bad guy. First hit. And it's like, okay, I'm turning those off.
Yeah, they. It's nothing like rolling a crit, and then when we used to play the old ways, when you would crit, anybody that was around you was included in the crit, including yourself, and you rolled, whatever your damage was. So they critically hit the wizard twice in one night and killed him. So they killed their wizard. That was the good old days, man. That happened about 30 years ago.
I don't. If I have an opportunity to kill a character, I will take it. But I'm still a little lenient, and I hate especially higher levels. Ooh, I am not going to start the first round out with the fireball.
Right.
And it, that always comes to bite me in the butt. So, Tomb of Annihilation, I enjoyed it so much. I ran it twice, and with the meat grinder rules, so hey, suddenly you got to roll a 15 in order to make your death saving throw. And I told him up front, hey, I'm setting out to kill you. I don't care. That is my intention. Because it's Tomb of Annihilation, right? You're in the jungle. You got dinosaurs. And, all total counting the river guides, I had a kill count of 17 or 18. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, my son, my son who's just recently become, started a D&D group, and I'm luckily I get to play